Hey, Miss Fulbright, or anybody watching this video, for anybody who watches it in the future. I don't understand why you want to, but my name is Sydney Corder. This is my Part A personal reflection for AP Seminar, and for the record, I hate my voice on audio, but that's something you'll get used to taking AP Seminar for your IMPs, your TMPs, and all that. So let's get into it. As a sophomore, not yet enrolled in AP Seminar, it was kind of the unknown. I knew what a seminar was. I knew that I had really good persuasive skills and persuasive writing. So I thought it'd be interesting to take. Getting into it, you really don't do as many seminars as you would think in a class called AP Seminar. I think we did a couple, but it's more using that persuasive skill and using that in your writing and your research to persuade people about whatever you're writing about. And that is the bulk of what I think I learned, and the most important thing that I learned in the beginning of AP Seminar. And you would think this is a little backwards, but you actually learn more writing skills and argumentative skills and persuasive skills in the beginning of the year, and the rest of the year seems to be using them and expanding them in your paper that you turn into College Board. Another huge, very important thing that you'll learn, or that I learned in AP Seminar, which I know that I will use for sure in college later on, is research. I don't know why they didn't call it this AP Research instead, but you learn a lot about research. I didn't know anything about using databases or correctly citing or in-text citations or all of that crazy stuff. And I know that's going to be very useful in college because they expect that from you. They expect you to know that. And I don't think taking any other regular course in high school besides something like AP Seminar, maybe AP Language, and AP Research, I don't think I would have learned those skills. And this is all in huge thanks to my wonderful AP Seminar teacher, Miss Fulbright, who was also my AP Language teacher at the same time, which was freaking crazy. All of the assignments, I think, at the beginning of the year seemed to run together. Like, I feel like I was always asking her, is this for Lang? Is this for Seminar? Because we're not doing the same work, but we're doing the same type of work. They're both language classes. We're both working on our persuasive skills, our writing skills, our argumentative skills, our research skills, using sources, doing all this, and she assigned a lot of writing. She knew what she was doing. Miss Fulbright, you knew what you were doing. I know we gave you so much shit for it, and we thought all this practice writing and this timed writing and all this was so terrible. We were always complaining, always giving you shit for it, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now looking back on it, am so grateful that I had all those opportunities to mess up and, throw just a bunch of BS work out there and get it back and realize what I need to be doing before I turned in a bunch of BS to College Board. Thinking about it now, I don't think I could have even comprehended or written a essay for College Board with the writing skills that I walked in with to AP Seminar. With that being said, it still is really hard. It takes a certain amount of personal motivation to want to put effort into becoming a better writer. And what I learned about myself, and what I think a lot of my peers learned about themselves this year in AP Seminar, is that it's really easy to procrastinate. I think that's the most relatable thing I could have ever said. Everybody procrastinates. It is so easy because nobody wants to do work. Everybody wants that good grade, and everybody wants Miss Fulbright to put in those grades and do all this, but nobody really wants to put in the work. And I think that was the challenging part about AP Seminar, was the fact that yes, you have two huge papers and a presentation, but you have all year to do it. And that mindset, oh, I have all year, I have all year, I have all year, or I have all semester, kind of gets to you, and it's super easy to start procrastinating. And I think that procrastination is what I think I would go back and change. More like my mindset or my attitude towards my work is something, if I could go all the way to the beginning of the year, something I would keep in mind throughout. But that isn't what I did. That's just looking back. that isn't what really a lot of my peers did either. We didn't really keep that in mind. We procrastinated to the max. And oh my god, was it stressful. This is why I think that this is what I would have changed at the beginning of the year. It was so stressful. You think procrastinating feels good and it's the best thing ever because you're just putting off all of this work that is so important to the very last minute, and it's chaos because yes, you're a little bit stress free in that moment that you're procrastinating, not worrying about all this work, but give it a week before the essays are due to College Board and it's insane. It is so much stress. I personally think that this class is the most stressful class I've ever taken in my high school career. It was crazy. I felt almost way too overwhelmed. I felt almost sad. I guess you could say I felt sad. I felt bad that I had all this work and I felt like I couldn't do it, and I felt like I could do it but I didn't want to, and it was insane. We as a class were procrastinating. We got so much hate for it from Miss Fulbright. She didn't know what to do with us. We were just stressed out little people, and it was insane. I do think that it brought us closer together. If I had to think about the best memories in high school or really this year, I think AP seminar with Marquay and Yvonne and Eddie and Lori and Myasia, Liam, Joseph, all those other people. We were a really expressive class period, and I think that helped de-stress a little bit. Never forgetting good things, never having to have a quiet room. Marquay was always talking. I think that community of procrastination, but also peer acceptance, made this wild ride of AP seminar just a little bit better. Not only did we have each other's backs in AP seminar, we kind of had each other's backs in all of our other AP classes, which a lot of us were enrolled in. And I think helping each other out is what got us through it. And it's safe to say that me, along with everybody else, is very proud of themselves no matter what happened, no matter what they didn't finish or what they didn't do very well on. I think everybody's proud of themselves for getting through this year. This is the first year I've had so many AP classes all at once, and I'm just proud that I finished with, A or B averages, finished with my head on my shoulders, and I gained a lot of experience. The experience that I do want to touch on is the AP seminar test, the AP tests that we come in to take, not the IMPs and the TMPs that we had so much fun with previously, but the actual short written test, which I thought was a little pointless. That not only just kind of topped the year off with something easy and manageable, um, but it also gives me a lot of experience taking AP tests, which I don't think anybody can get enough of. Not only do they give you insight on what college tests might look like and how they're weighted and graded and how people go about them, but it kind of prepares you for sitting down for long periods of time and putting effort into a test that's going to be graded by professors and people that matter. And I don't think just taking AP tests or final exams or writing huge papers or making huge presentations was the only thing that I got better at over the year. I think my personal skills and working with people got better over this year. I think with the practice TMP and the actual TMP and even the groups that we got into when we were working with Miss Barron really gave us a chance to understand how people's minds work. I think with the seminar, that was a great way to understand how just one broad topic can be perceived from a bunch of different angles from a bunch of different people. And I think that was maybe the underlying message for AP seminar, that one topic can be looked at through many different lenses, and it's about finding that lens, focusing on that lens, writing and arguing towards that lens, and centering it down to that lens and that perspective. And I think that perspective was a really underlying theme in the people I was working with, and how perspective is very important because one person can perceive something completely different. And as you can see by all the memes, my generation and my peers like to take a humorous perspective on things, to ease the stress. But I wouldn't take it for granted. Like I said, my people skills got way better working with people, and I just cannot wait for my senior year, working with the same group of people that have been with me throughout this whole thing. Marquay, shouts out, first day of freshman camp. I love you. Can't wait to prosper senior year. I know that you and everybody else has my back, and I just can't wait. Even if AP seminar and all my other AP classes were maybe the worst at the time, but people that I was close to and Miss Fulbright, shouts out, you guys made it worthwhile. And this reflection video is actually kind of making me sad that the school year's over.